Hi guys! I promised you a long time ago that I would be filming this video about planning the wedding. It's only a month now until the wedding, so yeah, in the meantime we've done a lot of things already. Just a few details we need to figure out and do, and then we'll be totally ready to have a great party. So I'm gonna talk a bit about what do you have to think about, what's the first things you need to do when planning a wedding. Yeah, so let's get into it. The first thing we did was make a rough guest list, so you have an idea of how many people you want to invite, because it's important to know which location you can use if you want people to come only to the reception or you want everyone to do it all. So for us, there's a lot of people we wanted to invite. We both got pretty big families, so yeah, it was a long guest list. So we decided to make two separate groups. We've got one group with family and good friends for the main event in the evening, and then we have a reception in the afternoon for people we know and we wanted to invite, but it would be too much to invite them to the big party at the evening. So we got about 100 people for the reception in the afternoon. And then already we've got 150, 160 approximately for the party in the evening. So we've got that. Then you need to figure out what your concept is gonna be. What do you want to do? We decided we wanted to do a reception in the afternoon and the party in the evening. We decided to do it at two separate locations. So then of course you need to find these locations. For the reception it was easy, we got it pretty soon. For the party we've visited a few locations to see what we wanted. We found one with a big garden, very beautiful. So we hope the weather is gonna be good, because otherwise, yeah, everything's gonna be inside and that's not as beautiful. Well, we'll see, nothing we can do about that. So now we've got the locations, we've got the guest list, so we can start with like the invites, the save the dates. We made them together online. We didn't hire a graphic designer. We didn't want to put too much money into the invites, because we didn't think that's really the most important thing about the wedding. So we made the invites and save the dates together, let them come. And then around Christmas we gave some people a save the dates and other ones we sent online. The invites we sent at the beginning of June. Actually that was pretty early, because we saw a lot of people forgot to answer if they wanted to come or not. But we thought with the summer vacation in between we did do it a little bit earlier, but yeah, well, so that was, the invites are sent, are made, save the dates are made, and then of course there's the dress and the suit. My dress we already had in November. It was first shop we went into, we bought it. It's been made now, it's been custom made now, and at the end of the month I can get the dress, so it's very exciting. For the suit of my future husband, it was a little bit later. Well, I really needed to get him to go for a suit. There were also a few problems with the suit, so but it's been custom made also right now. Then the next thing is decorations. You need to see what do you want, what style do you want your party to be. Pinterest is a very good app to use to get ideas, also for ideas for DIYs. It can all be a lot of money if you want to buy everything instead of making it yourself, and it's not that hard to make some things yourself. So yeah, that's what we did. We didn't go all out, actually. We didn't want it to be too much, so just a few little things we did. We're still working on them, but we've got them on, so it's gonna be okay. Part of the decorations also is the flowers. That was a little bit harder to find. We're still working on that, but it's gonna be okay also. The next thing is catering. For the location for the party, it's all there. Catering is in in the location there. But for the reception, we found someone else to make the food. So yeah, you have to decide how much you want to spend on it, what exactly you want. But that was also very easy actually for us. So yeah, that's gonna be done. And then there's the music. We have a DJ to play after dinner to the main event, actually, dancing and the partying. And for the reception and our ceremony, we hired a band. It's actually a band I found. Two of my high school friends started up a band this year, and I saw it, and I asked them if they wanted to do my wedding, and they wanted to do it. So yeah, that's so much fun that they did that. So yeah, that's the music. And then there's a little fun part of planning a wedding. It's the wine tasting. So we did it actually the last 2 weeks. Well, 2 days actually. The last 2 Sundays we did it, because at the party it's the wine comes from the location, but at our reception in the afternoon we'll be buying the wine ourselves. So we tasted like cava, white wine and rosé wines. So that's a really fun part of planning a wedding, the wine tasting. And then the last thing we're both still working on are the wedding vows. It's really not that simple to write a wedding vow, and especially because you can find a lot of ideas in English, but well, we're not English spoken naturally, so we write them in Dutch, of course, but it's not that easy, and I find it easier to write it in English. It all actually sounds better in English, but yeah, it has to be in Dutch. So yeah, it's been a lot actually to plan the wedding. You also need to choose a maid of honor, but that was easy. My best friend is my maid of honor, and yeah, so that was decided very quickly. I'm thinking if there were other things we needed to do. Probably there were, but I think the main and the most important things I've summed up. So yeah, if there are any questions you have about planning a wedding, if you are going to plan a wedding soon and you want to ask some things you're curious about, or how we did some things, ask away, I'll answer them. yeah, so it is the 15th, no, it is the 16th of August right now, so it's only 29 days left until our wedding. So yeah, it's very exciting actually. But right now I'm starting to stress a bit, and it's ridiculous, I know, but there are some things that still need to be done, and I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be okay, I know that, and if it's not the end of the world. But yeah, you've worked for it more than a year, you've worked towards the wedding, and I think it's normal to want it to be perfect. I know it's not gonna be perfect, but and the only thing that's really gonna make it, for me, I think is the weather, really. So that's something we cannot do anything about. Yeah, we'll see. I'll see you later. Bye.